Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another beautiful week. This week, I'd like us to look at a very sensitive series, of which I know that by the end of this week, many couples are going to go back to a honeymoon again. Now, this week's series is tagged, let us start afresh again. Sometimes in marital journey, so many matter. Some palatable, some you're expecting it, some just happened, and you're like wondering, what am I doing with this person? It look as if maybe you chose wrongly. I don't know, but have you ever felt that way? Ah, we all have felt that way in one way or the other. Maybe he doesn't have my time, she doesn't care, he doesn't love me, she doesn't respect me, and so on and so on. For some, they keep it to themselves and they just move along. Many people are not happy in their marriage, but at the same time, they don't want to say it out. They are just playing along. But down deep in their heart, they have divorced their spouse a long time ago. But yeah, they are living under the same roof. Even sometimes they wear the same clothing. But emotionally, they are really far apart. That's why suddenly you see a marriage of like 30 years and they say they are getting a divorce. And you begin to wonder what happened all through these years. What happened? And I realized that it's a prolonged malice that has removed the fantasy of each other in your eye. I watched a movie that really touched me. This couple, after 25 years of marriage, they said they were getting a divorce because all along the man was so busy, didn't have time for the wife and all that. And she was just bearing and bearing and bearing. And they got to a point, she just said to herself that she wants to find herself. And that is why I want every couple to start afresh. I don't want you to get to that point where you are far apart with your spouse, but you just pretend. Because how long can you pretend? No matter how you pretend, it will get to a day, little thing like this, it will spark. And people will like wondering, is it just this little thing that is making her to be furious like this? No, it's a bottled up offense. It's a bottled up anger. But when we want to start afresh, we lay all those things aside. But however, the film ended so well because the man realized that he has actually been an absentee husband and father. He apologized and my God, they went on a second honeymoon. I really want this week to be a week where couples will sit down and do an evaluation of their marriage and really tell themselves the truth. Is this how we really started? When you started at first, you can open the car door for your wife. You can kiss her all day long. You call her, honey, I miss you. Work is so boring without you. And wherever she is, she's just blushing. And, before you guys married, you always call her midnight calls. You talk slowly. Emotions are stirred up and it was so easy for you guys to have a very strong intimacy on your wedding night because the cloud of your emotions, you're already full of fantasies, emotional, triggers, sweet words, and all that. And all of a sudden, those same couple, they hardly greet each other. They hardly talk to each other. No one sees the beauty anymore. No one sees the handsome nature anymore. You can even pass your spouse and nothing moves in you. They are like a total stranger. And if this is not corrected, and it goes on and on and on, I tell you this truth, one day, either of them will decide to leave. Because no one likes to stay where they are not being productive or where they are not being happy. They can pretend for a while, but they cannot pretend for so long. You can't fake happiness, you can't fake joy. It's something that arose from the inside of you, that has been expressed on the outside. You cannot fake it when you are, you're having a soft spot for someone. Nowadays, intimacy between couple is just for maybe procreation and let's just do it. The man just enter and comes out and the woman just continue pressing her phone that she was pressing. But the truth of the matter is that all those things can be brought to an end. We can start afresh. We can do it all over again. We can be more romantic than ever. It's possible, no matter your schedule. I know that naturally men are project-oriented because once their mission is accomplished of getting married to you, they face their next project. But the truth of the matter is that we have to discipline ourselves to ensure that we satisfy each other. And that is why I want to beg everyone out there, as a married woman, as a married man, and express bitterness is better than pretending to be happy. It is better you express your bitterness than you keep quiet and you are dying silently inside. Let your spouse know what is going on your mind per time. If you are not having attention that you want, speak it out. Honey, what is happening? You're not giving me attention and I don't like it. Say it to his hearing. Because sometimes where we miss is that he's supposed to know. She's supposed to know. And the person you are thinking that he or she is supposed to know is far from your own imagination. He's even thinking about to execute the next contract. And that even bleeds the heart the more because it looks as if, my God, even with all this squeezing of my face, he did not see me. He has gone to work. But when you say it out, it rings a bell in his heart. And if he's a man that is willing to become better, he will definitely make amends. And that goes same to the woman. Always express yourself in marriage. Let us start afresh. Now, the question now is, how can we start afresh? I'll give you 5 keys for this week. And I'm sure it's going to help you a whole lot. How can we start afresh again? Today being the first day of this beautiful series, let us lay aside the past. Most times, the more we remember the past, the more it creates a stigma that becomes like a permanent tattoo that cannot be cleaned. So when we see it, it irritates us because we don't want it. We want to get rid of it. We feel like cutting off the hand. We feel like, ew, get out. Let go of the past. If you must start afresh with your spouse, I know they have hurt you. I know that the kind of marriage you wished for was a marriage whereby your husband, will give you affection and love and tenderness of heart. Perhaps you grow up in a family where you guys love each other so much and there's lots of appreciation, and all that. And this guy you got married to all of a sudden became so harsh and rude and arrogant. And not just that, he has stepped on your heart, trampled on it so many times. And right now you are really bleeding. So, and sometimes maybe you have been so submissive and now you've decided that you're going to become a tigress. I just want you right now to just like take a deep breath and tell your spouse that we can start afresh again. Because if you don't let go of the past and you give it a better space in your heart, it robs you of the beauty that you ought to enjoy in the future. That stiff man can become the world's best romantic husband. That man you think that is so dirty can become so neat that you feel like having every part of him. That woman you feel that she's so arrogant can become the most submissive wife you can ever think of. I think let's work on ourselves by not remembering the past, but using the present to ensure that we have a glorious future. Remembering the past is robbing the mistakes of each other on their face. And the truth of the matter is that no one wants to be reminded of their mistakes. Everyone wants an accolade, a round of applause. Everyone wants a positive reinforcement. This triggers more productivity and efficiency. So I want to let every spouse know, never you talk about the past, especially when it's so hurting. Stop reminding your spouse of the wrong they did to you. Learn to forgive in advance. Look out for how you can have your spouse all to yourself. Do the homework. As a woman, use your power. Get your man back to yourself. There is nothing wrong in seducing your husband. And as a man, love your wife to the extent that she falls hopelessly for you. We can achieve this task. It's very possible. We can have a romantic atmosphere. We can have a pleasurable home. Not the one that is tensed. Not the one that we are always rushing to work. Not because we really want to go to work, but we just want to get off the presence of our spouse. It is time for us to do marriage the right way. Everyone is lovable. Let your mind be like a tabula rasa towards your spouse, not seeing what they have done to you, but forgiving them. And if it takes you to tell them that they offended you, do it, and after you are done with that, let that matter die in natural death. You can't have a peaceful marriage with a reoccurrence of past events. It's a poison that's poison nutritious value of the food presented today. Let go of the past. Even the Bible says that we should remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. He said he will do a new thing. Even when you want to have intimacy with your spouse, do it afresh. Like it's the first time. Do everything afresh. Love afresh. Talk afresh. Once you have this mentality, your spouse will always be attractive in your own eyes. Stop rating them with their past lifestyles or behavior or attitude or actions that they did that really hurt you so badly. You can let go, and until you let go, the productive nature in you cannot really come alive. So I'm not disputing the fact that your spouse have not really offended you, but all I'm saying is that yes, you can forgive and start afresh with your spouse. No matter the years you have spent in that marriage, you can also do it afresh. You can experience love again. It's very possible. and everyone needs love. It makes you last long, and it gives you a sense of belonging. Dear husband, dear wives, work on yourselves and start afresh. And like we said today, let go of every past hurt. I leave you the rest of the day. Go and meet your spouse and say, honey, I forgive you. Let us start afresh. Wow, the weather over here is so beautiful. So you can try something new on that holy ground. I'm still a Christian, but what I mean is that just start afresh with your spouse. I'll see you tomorrow for more ways on how you can start afresh with your spouse. Enjoy the rest of the day. God bless you. And don't forget to share this video to your friends and to your loved ones. They will be glad you did. Tell someone about the Peace Marriage TV. Bye for now.